Hello and welcome to Ule Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore, and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is the horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. So we do have the Death card, but don't worry. Not always a bad sign, right? Often this is the end of something that does not serve us well anymore. And so I am always happy to see the Death card come up in my own personal readings. I do my cards every morning, and when I get to the Death card, I know, okay, something is ending. Something is ending, and that might not be a bad thing. Okay, let's see what's going on in these tea leaves. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It's free to subscribe. Okay. So I feel like and this is the end right off the bat here. There's been an oppressive energy in your life, and I feel like, okay, I want to start up here. We have it looks like a chicken, and we have a person standing next to it, and I imagine this is kind of this energy of wanting a simpler life, wanting things to be more like back to the roots, like back to, farming and homesteading and living the simple life. And I feel like this is something that you have yearned for quite a bit as an adult, at least. When you're young, that sounds like the worst thing ever, usually. But I feel like as you get older, yeah, there's a sense of, I want things to kind of, just be as simple as they can. All the complexities of living these big, extravagant lives, a lot of people in your life, a lot of things going on. That might be exciting to some, but I feel like for you, it's just like, I just want things to get a little, it's not easier, because living, farming or homesteading or living rural or, whatever, this isn't an easy life. It's not there. It's busy. It's a lot of work. But I think it's like you're looking for a lifestyle where the work feels meaningful to you. Okay. I also know that you have a lot of deep connections with animals. So I feel like there is this draw to being around animals in your daily life. And but I feel like there has been this almost oppressive energy. And I wonder if this has been a parent or somebody who it was a caretaker, or some kind of family member in your life. And I'm looking up here. We have this. I feel like there's almost this sense of running away, right? Running away as fast as you can, as soon as you were old enough, and starting your own life, however that looked for you, going off to school, or maybe you got married young. You know, maybe you traveled the world, maybe you know, moved across town and got a job and stopped talking to your family as much. Something, right? But the energy is still there, you know. I don't think this is like you cut off everybody forever, you know, but I do feel like there's just, and I almost feel like it's like a mother figure, but just absolutely very kind of opinionated about things, everything that you're doing, things that you're doing, how you're feeling, you know. You're not married soon enough, you don't have kids soon enough, you know, you had kids too soon. It's just like it's never you're never doing anything right. You know, that's the kind of feeling that I'm getting. And I feel like in this period of your life, and this is probably years out from being a young person that is, you know, under the custodial powers of your parents, it still affects you though. I think you have really internalized this energy of always feeling like, even if you've planned something out and executed it perfectly, there's always this feeling of like, I could have done better. Did I make the right choice? This is, you know, it's not living up to a standard that is kind of conditioned into you. And it's kind of an impossible standard to obtain because it's always shifting. You know, no matter how well you do the thing, there's going to be something that wasn't perfect enough, or wasn't right, or maybe it was right, but now that you've achieved it, maybe it wasn't right. You know, it's just, you can't win. But I feel like there's a sense of really looking to free yourself of all of that. And this is the work, I think, is figuring out, like, what do I do to get rid of this conditioning? Because it is something that can become a mind prison. I mean, it really, you know, we grow up and we think we can kind of shed these beliefs that are very foundational and core to our experience. And, you know, and we can, but it takes a lot of work. It doesn't just, I got older and I realized, you know, that might be the case, but you have to put in the work to figure out, how am I going to reprogram these kind of neural pathways that have been formed. And I look up here and I see we have a person riding on a broom. Okay, so kind of a witch. And I think of the witch, not unlike the devil archetype, but the witch archetype for me, it really is this kind of going against the norm, being the brave outcast, right? Living on the fringe of things, and really just getting into that place mentally, emotionally, spiritually, where it's like, I'm gonna do what feels right for me. I'm gonna do what needs to be done in my own personal work. I'm going to relinquish, you know, all of these kind of ideals and beliefs and, you know, limitations that have kind of been developed to help me cope as a being in this world, right? And I'm going to kind of, you know, push that stuff aside and go out there into the great unknown. Do this work that is freeing for myself. And it doesn't have to be that you're actually doing witchcraft of any kind or any occult work, but it is an attitude of, I am going to do what I am, so impassioned to do. I am so inclined to do. And I don't care what anybody thinks about it, because this is something that's important to me. This is something that I know in my heart of hearts, should be done. And so I feel like there is really this kind of cutting of that binding, that kind of heavy, overwhelming, self-talk that we kind of develop when we're young, overly critical of self, and the questioning, just not trusting yourself. That's a big one. And so, I look at it and I'm thinking, it's for a Libra, it's almost kind of like heartbreaking in a way, because you all give so much empathy to others. You're so understanding of other people, very helpful to other people, especially those who are wounded in some way. You all are natural healers, but you don't always give yourself the same support and love and understanding. You're very self-critical. And so, I think that you have come into this place where it's like, I can't see myself going on like this. Now maybe this parent or family member is still alive, or they're not, but I think that, there's a sense of realizing, like, this is not, I don't have to live in this framework anymore. This kind of poison in my life, and maybe that's kind of dramatic, but it is. I mean, it feels like something that just infected the waters, right? And and yet you have maintained like a very kind and open and loving disposition. And that in itself is a miracle. I mean, it just, it is a testament to the kind of person that you are. But I feel that it just, this is something that you have to do for yourself. This is something that I know that you have to do for yourself. And your ultimate well-being, right? I just tired of spending so many of your days, feeling insecure about your life, about the way you're living, about yourself. Am I good enough? Did I do this right? I'm always, falling short. I make the wrong decisions, bad decisions, and so on and so on. So, these are limiting self-beliefs, and unfortunately, there are things that we usually get from other people in our lives, and, but it's our job, right? This is it. It's our job to figure out, okay, this is like not the way I should be talking to myself. This is not going to support, my, prosperity and my wellness. I have to try to get this out of my head. I have to find something else. I have to find another way of experiencing myself, and it is possible. It's absolutely possible. Okay, so we also have a whale right here, and very psychic, very maternal or paternal, absolutely you can think of the whale with their baby and their pod, and very very attuned to communication. And so I feel like you have gone on in your life to maybe have your own family, or be close. You have a chosen family, close people in your life. And I feel that you have made certain that you don't make anybody else feel the way that you have been made to feel in your life. That you try not to be overly critical of your loved ones. You are somebody who I think lifts people up. You go out of your way to make people feel special and heard and seen. And so, you are breaking these chains, the cycle of, continued kind of emotional abuse. And I think that's kind of what it comes down to, is this kind of emotional abuse that it flows through families, because we grow up around it. It's normal, right? You might not even realize, like, wow, that other people don't talk to their kids that way, or other people's like parents don't treat them that way. And it can almost be kind of just like devastating, right? To imagine that people have grown up in very supportive, consistent and safe homes, which, it's not devastating. It's wonderful to know that other people have that. But then you look at your own life and you think, my goodness, what could have been if I had even a little bit more of that? So I think you turn and you think, well, I'm going to make sure that I create that environment for my family, for my loved ones, for my friends, for my, the people that I interact with. And so you are a light in so many people's lives. You are very close to those who, are special to you, who you care for. I feel like you are somebody who absolutely looks out for the people who are lucky enough to have you as as a partner, as a parent, as a beloved one, as a family member. And so we also have this Empress energy right here, and that's ultimately the things coming together, blooming. Absolutely this feeling of great prosperity. It's prosperity, but it's the ability to make it happen. It's not like just the universe is kind of favoring you and bringing you these blessings. You are somebody who creates your own luck. You are somebody who life is drawn to you. I think that you probably have a green thumb. You're really good at keeping plants going, thriving. Animals love you. There's just this energy that is, it does feel very maternal in a lot of ways. It is It is a sense of, just like enveloping those you love in, well, I almost think of kind of like the Earth Mother. You are there to help grow, and I think that, and I just get this feeling, it's like something has gone on where it just can't be carried anymore. You've had one too many late nights of sitting up and not being able to sleep, thinking about all of your failings and worrying about, I keep getting this, are you good enough? Am I worthy enough? Am I, and it's like everybody around you sees your worth and your beauty and your, you know, just your divinity. I mean, you're such a divine being. And I think it's just so tiring. It's so tiring to live in that space. And not only for yourself, to have a better experience, but I feel like there's a sense of like, I want to be a good role model to the, you know, girls and boys and other in my life. I want them to believe in themselves. I want them to, you know, not only love and be empathetic to others, but for themselves. And we have to lead by example. And that's not easy. It's not easy, but it's worthy work. It is. And so, you know, it is selfless in a lot of ways. And I think that's your motivator, really. You know, I think if it was just like, I just need to love myself more, I want to have, you know, I want to feel better about myself. Yeah, but I don't know that that is something that would motivate you to the degree that you would stick with it. And I say that out of love, Libra. It's just that I feel like you don't prioritize yourself always. You know, but if you're doing it for somebody else, right, for the kids or for, you know, the people that are around you, then it's easier to stay on task with it, right? Okay, let's see. So we have two people, and I see them looking upwards. So I feel like kind of this almost sense of awe, a sense of revelation in your life. And kind of one of those God moments, those divine moments, something really kind of showing itself to you. And it really does feel like a sense of renewal. I feel like, you know, waking up with like this weight off your chest. Like it just, I feel like you're letting go of some of that old stuff. That death card is prominent. Shedding that old energy. And then we have a smiley right there, the smiley face, and kind of winking too. So, and we also have some hearts over here. I forgot to mention the heart. So, it really, it opens up a space for you, I believe, when we create space in our life for this kind of love, it comes into our life. And so I feel, you know, that again, there's like this sense of something kind of showing up, you know, through this work. There is this kind of almost crispness, a freshness to life. You know, like not a starting, like begrudgingly starting over, but like a rebirth, a renewal. And I just feel like it brings such a, I just keep thinking of, you're just smiling more. You just seem more, you know, involved in everything that's going on and happy to be there and, you know, grateful. And that's I feel like it's such a beautiful place to be. You know, I'm happy for you. And so we also have a 2 and then we have 21. So I have 2 and 21 for numbers today. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at the Wild Bohemian Affirmation cards. This is the fire element. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to flip through real quick. I'm going to stop where it feels right. It says, I am love. Embrace and appreciation of your unique desires. Free to be unfurling bliss. Free to be unfurling bliss. Yes, embrace and appreciation of your unique desires. I like it. All right. Okay, Libra. I'm going to take a drink. My throat is getting dry here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tell you I love you, because I do. And I thank you so much for spending this time with me. It's always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, I think at the end here, I just want to talk about some stuff. I don't know. There's nothing important really, besides I'm always looking for recommendations for different things. You know this if you've watched my readings. So I'm definitely in the throes of allergy season, and I've already gotten a lot of good advice from the comments, but I am continuing to compile a list of things that people have told me to try. I'm definitely doing the local honey, okay, and trying just different. Somebody said goat's milk the other day. I'm trying goat's milk. I don't know. I have to look at my list, but there's a lot of stuff that's, normal stuff. I know there's some medications people have said really work for them, and so on. So if you have any ideas, I never really had seasonal allergies until probably around the time I was pregnant. I think that's probably when. And right before I was pregnant, I was plant-based for some years, and I absolutely did not have allergies during that time. So I'm thinking, maybe I should just get back into that, but being plant-based. But yeah, when I got pregnant, especially after I had the baby, I just feel like, I don't know, all of a sudden, and maybe it's because I'm getting older, I'm in my I'm not in my, I was going to say I'm in my 40s. I'm not. I'm almost 40. I've been saying I was almost 40 for like the last 5 years. So I'm like, I get confused if I'm in my 30s or 40s half the time. I'm still in my 30s, but I don't know, maybe it's my age. You just kind of get more sensitive to things as you get older. I don't know. But if you've had experience with this, let me know. Let me know what you've used in the past, what works for you. I don't know. I'll try anything at this point. I don't like taking medicines too much, and I've been taking Sudafed here and there when it's really bad. And I know it's not the greatest thing to do, but it's the only one that really works for me. And but it's like, it dries me out, and I just don't like it. It makes my stomach hurt too a little bit. So anyhow, enough of my prattling on. Yeah, I think that's it. Getting settled into the new studio. Happy about that. And yeah, I don't know. It's Saturday. I'm filming in the morning. I know I said night at the beginning, but that's because I usually film at night, and I'm confused about where I'm at right now. I woke up super early to get going, and then go spend the day cleaning and hopefully doing some garage sales. First garage sales, then cleaning. So anyhow, I love you, Libra, and thank you for letting me have my little ramble session here at the end. I appreciate you, and yeah, just, I don't know, leave some comments. Let me know what's going on with you. I love the interaction. I like I feel like I have friends. It makes me feel like I know some people. So anyways, I love you. We'll talk later. Goodbye.